I'm supposed to be. Happy Thursday, everybody. I can see that I am in the yellow. I better turn this down. Oh my gosh, it's been a crazy day. I have all my notes and I lost them in my computer. So we're going old school. Sorry. Anyhow, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Clique. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. So today we are going to talk about building your dog's confidence. And the reason why we want to talk about that is because one of the greatest things that we can actually give our dog, aside from the love, is confidence. Do you guys see those puppies? Those are Aggie's puppies. And as you can see, it looks like little Red. Oh yeah, it is. Red, our little red collared boy, is in the ball pit. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that we have had this ball pit in our streams before. And I thought it would be a great time to put it in here because we are talking about building confidence. And part of that building process is by introducing your dog and a puppy, of course, to lots of different things. And so that's why we have it in today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. If you guys are new, please do me a favor and type new in the comments below so that we can all say hi to you guys. And I know a lot of things are going on, but before I even get started.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, good. The girls, Alexis and Kylie have been busy. I handed them over this new little merchandise business, and they made these super cute mugs with our new emojis. They are very cool. I think she's already gotten 4 or 5 orders. She only bought how many?
10.
10. She only bought 10. Oh, and I got 1.
So there was only 9.
So there was only 9. So there's only like 3 or 4 left. Oh, well, when they're gone, they're gone.
There's 5 left.
There's
actually.
5.
As of right now.
There's 5 left as of right now, but I'm trying to get her to get me to give 1 away, but she's not having it. So I try. Maybe next week? I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I can convince her by the end of all of this because they're adorable. Anyhow, I'm getting distracted. Oh, look at that brat. Did you see him? Okay, so let me get started here. I am not even going to go into the comments yet because I see there's so many of them. I'm going to have Alexis work on that. Hey, Lex, remember this little favorite thingy?
Yeah, I know.
So if you could do that. But before I do anything else, welcome to all of our new members. If you guys are not aware, we now have memberships. If you see all those super cute little emojis, those are for our members only. And so they get to use our special emojis that we had made. For all of you brown-eyed puppy lovers and bi-eyed puppy lovers, we have new emojis. However, YouTube will not let me add any more emojis until our memberships go up. So there's limited every time we get so many, they let us add 1 more emoji. But we did get brown, we did get blue, or bi-eyed, and so, Mr. Sniper?
Yeah, this is Ethan's friend. He's playing games with him.
Hi, Mr. Sniper.
He said, hold up, Ethan's mom's getting it ready.
Can you put up the emojis? So the emojis are going to be a lot of fun. Look at how cute they are. We have all 3 colors, gray, black, red, all the different little emotions. And Aggie's puppies are crazy. Do you see how hyper they are? Okay, we got to get started.
You're good.
Okay, so I am going to pretty much start over because I've been repurposing all of our live streams and redoing them so that they're short. So what I'm going to do is just say my first little clip so that way we can chop it and make it easy.
Do you want to tell them how to find their emojis first?
Do they not know?
Sandy said she can't find hers.
Oh, there's another little button, Sandy, in your emoji button. So if you click on your emojis, click on the little heart or the little face emoji, click it, and then you'll see one above all of your normal emojis. It'll say Kika's Clique emojis.
There's a tab all the way in the front that says custom emojis. On YouTube, you can't do it on your phone. It's not your phone emojis. It's YouTube emojis.
There. Okay, hopefully that helps. If not, hopefully somebody else can chime in. So, here we go. Thank you for the super sticker.
Oh, he
Super
joined.
chat. Ah, nice.
It tells you members at the top.
So
cool.
that's pretty cool. We're never going to get through this because this is all exciting. There's so much new stuff going on. And then it's Thursday. That means, of course, the doorbell. Always the doorbell. I don't know who it is. We don't have any deliveries. Oh, we do want to sell the Prius. We're going to sell a car. Honey.
Hang on.
All right. Oh my gosh. Crazy day. I'm telling you. Anyhow, what can we give our dogs more than love, more than anything else? It is building our dog's confidence. And so today, that is our topic. How do we build our dog's confidence? So it's easy to say, oh, we need to build our dog's confidence, but how do we actually do it? So that's some of the tips we're going to give you guys today. And we are going to start with number 1. Okay, so our very first tip is, and a lot of this stuff we talk about over and over and over, but I want to go into greater detail. So when we want to build our dog's confidence, it's just like with humans. So for example, if we send our kids off to kindergarten and they've never been to kindergarten and they haven't been around tons of kids, right? They don't know these teachers, they don't know the school, then we're very shy, we're reserved, we aren't sure if we want to go there, we're scared. And that is the same for our dogs. So if they are not used to their surroundings, then they're going to come off as shy, reserved, and they will have no confidence. So they're going to lack that confidence. So one of the best ways that we can actually build their confidence is by socializing. And socializing from 8 to 12, maybe up to 16 weeks. And that's why that's super important. So if we start as a breeder before they go home to you guys, and build their confidence, then when they leave here, you guys will do the next step. But building a dog's confidence really stems from the very beginning, from birth. So it's at first the parent dogs, their responsibility and their genes, so the genetic makeup of the dog, and then it's the breeder, right? So depending on what the breeder does for those first 8 weeks with interactions and holding them and making them touch all types of different feelings and sounds, that's going to help build their confidence. And then when they go home to their owners, that is like the third step and the final step. That is all up to you guys. And that's why we really encourage people to socialize. They are wired. It's like I gave those puppies chocolate or something. But we can build their confidence by socializing them with different sounds in our community, on our TV, on our radio, introducing them to not just people that we know and we see all of the time, not just a few of the neighborhood dogs, but lots and lots and lots of different people, different sounds, different heights, different voices, different clothing, so different hats. All of those things are going to play a huge part in how well our puppy is socialized. Oh, we got another new member. Welcome, Matilda. Okay.
Sorry, I'm looking at it.
That's okay. Can you switch over to number 2 for me? And so number 2. Oh, I do have a button. I forget I have this button. I don't know how to use it. Do I hit this next button? All right. Anyhow, so our second tip for you guys is desensitize your dog. And a lot of people may not really know what that means. And so I want to go into greater detail about desensitizing. And so desensitizing is... Ethan is saying it's weird to hear his mom twice because he's watching us up there and he's listening because he could hear us. Anyhow, so desensitizing your dog to their surroundings, to a lot of different things. So the way you want to desensitize a dog is you want to introduce them to several different textures, feelings. That is why I'm going to go over one of the things that we do here before they leave. They are on carpet, they are on tile, they are on artificial grass, they are on real grass. They're introduced to concrete just because they have to walk back and forth from the play yard to our house. All of those different feelings climbing up and down the slides in the play yard, those are desensitizing them. That's plastic, right? It's desensitizing them from those different feelings. And so whenever they leave here, they're not going to be afraid to go on the curb or go on the grass or go up the slide at the playground. Jump in the ball pit at Chuck E. Cheese. They're not going to be afraid of that. And that is how you are going to desensitize. Now, if you are noticing that your dog is afraid of something specific already, so for example, let's just say the ball pits, we'll use that as an example. If they are kind of leery of the ball pit and they aren't sure if they want to go in or not, then you want to introduce it to them from a distance. So you're just going to let them see it, let them smell it, let them look at it, and see how they respond. And I will tell you, these two puppies, today is, I'm not kidding, 20 minutes ago was the very first time we introduced them to this ball pit. And at first, they both looked like, no, I don't know what all that stuff is in there. But all I did was take a couple pieces of dog food, let them smell it, and threw the dog food inside the pool. Do you know, like that, they instantly just loved the ball pit? Because I introduced it to them, not in a scary way, and it gave them some type of motivation. So they were encouraged to go and check it out because they wanted the food. And what's wrong?
Ethan's comment was still up there.
So they're not coming off. I got my new computer, one of them, and we had to set all of that up today. And so we're kind of crazy because some things might not be correct. Anyhow, so you want to introduce it to them. They need to feel confident. You need to stay close to them. They need to know you're there and everything is okay. But you want to encourage them to go and check it out. Don't force them, but encourage them. And so that's what we did. And instantly, hey, food is involved, we're in. So they hopped right into the pool. And as you can tell, for the last 20 minutes, they've been tearing it up. Doesn't bother them, as you can tell.
Clearly.
Clearly. And so any experience that you see your dog having anxiety, fear, showing signs of aggression because they are scared, you need to just take a step back and slowly desensitize them. Now, when they're young, it's pretty easy. You don't have to do a whole lot. It's when there's something that's traumatic has happened and you kind of are reversing things and you have to take it a lot slower. So that leads me into what I was going to say about the breeder. So your breeder needs to do their part to help build a confident dog before they even leave here. And part of that is desensitizing them to all of these things. Oh, and there he goes. Hey, do not eat that. Look at him. He's going to chew on the pole. So you guys have seen us hanging tons of little toys, balls from the puppy pens, and we've been asked several times. Can you go stop him? We have been asked several times where we got them, why we have them there, and they make rattly sounds. There's bells on them. Some are different textures, so some are soft, some are hard, and all of that is all sensory stuff. So we are building up their confidence because it's banging on the metal pins. They have to pull on it. There's different textures. So it is all part of the building process. And that is why we have so many different toys. We talk about all of the different toys. Some make noise, some are squeaky, some are hard, some roll, some have toys or treats that come out of them. So much going on. Again, I'm kind of rambling, but that is all part of the process of building a confident dog. And so that leads me to number 3. Oh yeah, I have a button. Wait.
No, you did that all at the same time. That's it.
I did.
Yeah.
Look, oh, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Okay.
All right, and my third tip. My third tip is obedience training. And you might be like, obedience training, really? That's going to build up confidence. But trust me, it is going to build a dog's confidence because if you think about police dogs, and dogs that are in the working field, whether it's search and rescue or protection or whatever it is, they are not alarmed with gunshots, loud CB radios, helicopters flying over, tons of people. They are obedient. So if they are obedience trained and you are dealing with some type of desensitization at the same time, you can always grab their attention and get them to be okay with that situation and just kind of ignore it. It's the dogs that are not obedience trained, that pull on the leash and have no respect for their owners, that get even more spooked. Thank you, Diana. Welcome to the membership. But those are the dogs that get spooked and sometimes even escape from their owners because they're not confident, right? They're lacking that confidence and they're not obedience trained. They aren't walking right next to their owner, a lot of things. But if you're walking down the street and your dog is somewhat shy with people still walking through the neighborhood and they're not used to that stuff, and you're able to grab their attention and just tell them to sit with their treat or their favorite toy, then they're gonna look at you. Remember, one of the very first things we teach you guys to teach your puppy is their name, and then to look at you, to give their attention to you. So if you can grab that puppy's attention and get them to look at you instead of looking at this person walking by, now their focus is going to be on that and not so much on what is happening over on the side of the street. And so you can keep working with them for a few minutes and let them know it's okay, and then keep going with your business. But the more that you introduce your dog to those people walking by and they have positive experiences, whether it be, oh, mom gives me a treat because I'm sitting down being a good boy, or whatever the situation is, the more they're going to be desensitized of that situation, and it's no longer going to be scary. So just like this puppy, then the puppy pool. 5 minutes ago, they were not really sure that they even wanted to go near that. One of them took the leap of faith and jumped in for that dog food, and the other one said, oh, must not be that bad, and joined in. But it was all because it was based on something rewarding, something good. They wanted food. Oh, they are pooped out now. You saw them playing hard for 15 minutes and now they're over it. So obedience training is going to help build their confidence level and help you desensitize them from any issues that they may encounter while you are trying to build that confidence. So those are my 3 main points and just a couple of questions, and then I'll go over that a little more in detail. Are these the only 2?
Yeah, start from the bottom.
Oh, yeah. Okay. My puppy is still having trouble with dogs coming into his personal space. We've socialized him quite a bit, but he's still having trouble. Any tips? So help me understand, when you say people or dogs coming into his personal space, are you talking about like within his own family, or are you talking about like you're going on walks and in that space that he's having a hard time? So clarify it for me, and then I can come back to you. And then next is Lauren. Breeders make a huge difference. I've noticed a huge difference between Draco and Luna. Hopefully in a good way for us. For those of you that don't know, Lauren got a puppy from us named Luna not too long ago. So when we talk about building a dog's confidence, and man, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I have all my notes. Now you have to bear with me for a second because, like I told you, I lost everything and now I have to go off of a notebook. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. So confidence is situational. So what that means is that our dogs are super confident in our own home, right? You can click those off and go to that. So our dogs are confident in our own home. However, even in our own home, if the situation changes and say, for example, new people come over or kids when they aren't used to kids, then you're going to be able to tell from your dog's reaction from their ears, their nose, Like they're going crazy, smelling stuff, their ears, their tail, all of those are signs that you're going to be able to pick up on to see if your dog is lacking confidence when those people show up, or maybe a kid, or whatever that situation is. But every day, normally they're perfectly fine in their own home. So it's very situational, and every situation can be different. They may be fine with some things, not with others. So you're going to know that based on what your dog tells you with their ears, their eyes, their nose, their tail, all of that stuff, their posture even. And so you want to pay attention to that stuff. One thing that you can do is start a journal. So if you are dealing with a dog who is lacking confidence, obviously we're all dealing with COVID. So if you haven't been able to really socialize your puppy as much as possible, and now you're seeing that they really are lacking some confidence, I highly recommend that you keep a journal. If you keep a journal of when you notice certain things, that is going to help you first of all, identify what those triggers are, right? Because if we know what the triggers are, then we can help our dog build the confidence in those specific triggers. So if in fact, this person that was asking the question a minute ago, if it is in fact you're walking up and down the street, and if they get too close, that's where the problem is, then you know that, right? As long as you know that, then you can work around that. And so that's when you have to start slowly. And what you're going to do first is introduce from a distance. Okay, there's no pressure. And if you see them starting to get a little antsy or anxious, then you're redirecting their attention to you, and you're going to work on a training command. Anytime I'm keeping a puppy and I'm teaching them to walk on a leash and walk through the neighborhood, I am always working on training. And it's the basic trainings. It's the sit, it's the heel, it's looking both ways before we cross the street. But we're constantly doing that. And that is taking that puppy's attention off of all of this world that they're just not used to, and they see so much going on. But now we're able to pull that attention to us. They are looking at us, they're getting their treat, they're also getting their training, and it's not so bad. And if we introduce these things slowly, and it's always a positive encounter, then eventually we're going to desensitize them of all of these people walking through the neighborhood along with them, and they're going to associate that as good, not bad, just like the puppy pool that they were in. At first they weren't sure, they went in, got food. Guess what? Not so bad after all. Now you see them 5 minutes later just running full speed and hopping in it because it's actually fun. So they will build that confidence. I need to get a drink of water. Can you see if she responded? And I thought you were doing this for me.
Sorry.
So.
Who was it?
Her. Okay, I'm assuming it's a her. It's so when we are walks and people come up to he gets scared. So from far away, he's completely fine and happy. Okay, so now that they're far apart and they're totally happy, you need to just scoot in a little closer. Scoot in a little closer. And it's, again, you're not forcing the situation, and they're not even supposed to be looking at your dog. Like, there's no contact. There's no eye contact. It's literally just passing by. And what you can do is have their treat, their favorite toy, whatever it is that you know that will get your puppy's attention, and you don't want their focus to be on that person. Even though they're literally really close, right? Maybe they're super close to you, one's on one side of the sidewalk and the other. If you are able to grab that puppy's attention and just keep talking to them and walking through it, it's going to work a lot quicker. And what you can do is get somebody that your puppy doesn't know, but you know, and ask them to come and help you. Literally just walking back and forth at a distance, slowly but surely, and your puppy is gonna come around. It's when we just constantly avoid the situation because we're trying to protect our puppy that we're actually making matters worse, because we're encouraging them to stay away. We're encouraging them to not interact with those other people instead of insisting that they do, right? In a good way, though. I'm not telling you to just force them to hold the puppy or what have you, but you're just forcing the situation to happen in a positive way. So just make sure that you know what it is that your puppy will respond to, whether it's their favorite treat, whether it's their dog food, whether it's their favorite squeaky toy, whatever. And you'll get there really soon if you just are consistent. Okay, so you're supposed to be starring all of these for me.
I did.
You did?
Yeah.
I just starred. Okay,
Oh,
so I
that's
go
anyone.
here. Okay, any suggestions for a good place to take a puppy to see other dogs? She's gaining confidence around people, but is terrified of new dogs, and I don't see enough neighbors with dogs. Do you have, I'm sure there's people walking with parks. I don't know where you live, but if the weather's good, there's tons of people usually going to start walking now because our weather is getting a lot better. But you're going to have to search for somewhere, or you're going to have to start taking your dog to Petco, to the pet stores that have them, so that you can try to introduce there. For us, it really is the neighborhood, but a lot of parks probably will have people walking. I don't know how old the dog is, but I think she's old enough to where you guys can go find a spot where people walk a lot. And if you don't really have anybody, then you might need to look into like a group session where there's training, socializing classes, see if they have anything like that. And if you can reach out to a trainer, they might be able to help you too for your specific area. But unfortunately, it's different in every area, so it's hard to say for sure. All right, next, Stacy. Apache is getting better around to people on walks. However, he is very afraid of David's brother and dad. They tried giving treats and holding him, and he is still nervous around them. So he probably doesn't see them very often. Is it at whose house? Is it when people come over to your house, or when you're going there? I'm guessing it's probably at his house. Because if it's in a house, if it's in your house, then it might be handled a little differently than if it's at somebody else's house. Stacy, let me know. Okay. Alexia Baker's back. I haven't seen her in a while. Oh, it's when you go over there. Yeah. So that goes back to he's very confident in his own home and whenever he goes out to somebody else's home. So I would try to introduce him to them in your home. Oh, you do? You go there pretty often. Do you think it's because he's so attached to you guys that he is just like doesn't want anybody or anything other than you guys? And I'm assuming that you know how to give them treats and try to get them to convince him to come over to them. I would try something delicious that he is not going to say no to, like a piece of chicken. He's really small too. So if you can get him in their arms, they usually will warm up to that too. But keep in mind, I'm not saying that David's family is not dog people, but dogs also sense when people aren't dog people. But I think it's because you guys are not in your own home. So I would start with the yummy food. Give him some chicken, give him something good, and let him have a good experience with that. If he doesn't like that, then take his toy. If you guys have the fishing pole, take his fishing pole over there and see if he'll interact with them playing with that. And if he doesn't with that, then you have to excuse yourself from the situation because he's so worried about you. Those are my suggestions. Just a full disclaimer for all of you guys. I am not a dog trainer. I'm not a dog behaviorist. So I might not always have the right answer. I'm giving you guys my opinion and sometimes what has worked for me, obviously. So I'm able to share some things because of experience. But if it gets to a point where, yeah. Exactly, Stacy, it probably is. But if it gets to a point where you are really unsure and I can't help you, then I would consider reaching out to a professional because that is not me. Speaking of confidence, see, I forgot all my notes weren't here. one of the things I was going to talk about with confidence real fast is that just like us, so when we don't have confidence, for example, look at how blurry it is on there.
I think it's this computer.
Oh, okay.
This
Got
monitor.
Got it. So when we first started YouTube, I was not confident on camera. I didn't even want to be on camera. And I kept saying, no, 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 refuse, 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 right? I wanted no part of it. And it was so awkward. Alexis and I were just talking about just yesterday, because we're gonna give our members some bloopers. And there might be some bad words in those bloopers, but we're going to give you guys some bloopers of situations. And literally when I filmed, it was so weird, just like looking at this camera or a phone and trying to remember what I know in my head, but I couldn't even remember what I was supposed to be filming because I wasn't confident. I wasn't confident in myself and the ability to do YouTube. But over time, right? Doing it more. If you guys go back to our live streams 8-9 months ago, it wasn't as good as it is now because over time, I'm desensitized to looking at a lens instead of looking at people. And I've built confidence because why? Because you guys have built my confidence. So one really important thing for you guys to remember is that your dog looks to you for their confidence. So if we are unsure and not confident, we are definitely pushing that vibe onto our dogs, but also they need that reassurance from us that they did good. And that means that we have to be praising them all of the time. And no matter what breed you have, if you have an Alaskan Klee, they need a lot of praise from their owners. And they look to their owners for everything. Everything. So if we are constantly saying, it's okay, yes, you did good, that is going to build up their confidence, just like you guys built up my confidence. So keep that in mind. I just forgot what I was going to say. I had another thing in my head, but I forgot.
It's about the mute.
About the mute? No. But we'll tell you. I was filming my microphone was on mute and all my stuff was muted. Yeah. Life. Anyhow.
Bloopers.
Yeah, we're gonna give you guys some footage of me like this. No sound.
With River.
They were cute, but yeah. Oh my goodness. All right, let's see. Do we have any other questions?
I didn't see any.
Did all of you guys see the new intro? I'm going to show you guys the new intro real fast. And then that gives me a few minutes to look through all of this. Here we go. Oh my goodness. She said, you're not looking. I said, look at what? And she said, I'm not looking at the comments. I was drinking water. Oh boy. Okay, so, oh goodness. We are, hopefully all of you guys that are members got the notification on the members community tab. So the members community tab is where you guys can see all of the notes. Right now, the membership's in beta form, so it is not 100% active, I guess. They're still in testing mode. And so we have to notify you guys like through that community tab. And so I sent the link in there so that you guys can always go there to see what's going on in the community. And there's the private live stream. Click that as soon as we're done here. And then we're going to hop over there and go over all kinds of fun stuff. show you puppies, all that good stuff. That way we keep our live stream just focus on some topics and keep it moving along. And then anybody who is a member will go over to the other side. I did see Alexa, so we had another comment? Question?
Michelle.
Michelle. Oh, where did we get the lining for the puppy pool? So we got that on Etsy, and those are called, I think they're calling them whelping pool covers. It has to do with breeding. So they're sold for breeders because we use pools a lot for our newborn puppies. A lot of breeders do. And so it's already made. It's all one whole piece. So the inside's not that plastic, and they slip right off and you can wash them. So we got them on Etsy, and they have multiple sizes. Ah, watching. We need to fix where this is going. It's going in the wrong spot. Huh? Mm-hmm. So if we don't have anything else, let's see. We just got a thumbs down. I love it. That too. Like, that's part of confidence building. You know, whenever you see a thumbs down and you're like, but that's okay. I know we got lots of people we love on here. I think we are close to done. Yeah? Oh, Alexis is refreshing. If you guys want, I'll go in there real fast and show you the crazies. Are they sleeping? I'll show them to you because I don't know if they're on here. Who's their family? I didn't see. Well, I'm going to go inside there. That way I could show them up close and personal, and then that way we could say goodbye on that one real fast, and then we're going to hop over onto the other one and call it a night. Wait, how do you build confidence with a dog, Klikai, who's almost 3 years old? So it's the same. Wait.
All the way down.
I know. I have to go to the bottom.
Up.
Where?
Right here. They don't have question
Oh,
marks.
they don't have a question mark before. So Mr. Jordan wins. In the future, if you could do me a favor and put 3 question marks before, and then I won't miss your question. But how do you build confidence in a Klikai who's almost 3? It's the same exact thing. You're going to do everything the same way. You need to start by socializing. You need to start building their confidence by desensitizing them to different things, different sounds, different textures, and then the obedience training. And then you also need to make sure that as you're doing all of that stuff, that you are introducing them to those things. So they don't get to make the rules, we make the rules. Now, it needs to be positive, right? And it's slow. You're not gonna just, if they're afraid to go in a pool, you don't throw a kid in the swimming pool. You slowly let them get used to the pool and enjoy it. And when there's reward and positive that comes with it, then they're gonna wanna continue to do it. So I do have one last tip for you guys before we end this session and I go inside. But my last tip for you guys is kind of a bonus tip for all of you that stuck around. And one of the best ways that you can actually help build your dog's confidence is by having them hang out with a dog that is confident. So just like with humans, we, in our house anyways, we say you are who you hang out with. So you become who you surround yourself with. And so if you are with positive people or upbeat people, then you become that type of person. And the same happens with our dogs. So if we can have our puppy or have our dog with another companion pet that is confident, it is going to help boost their confidence, right? Because they are going to see firsthand that those experiences are not bad, but good.
They have a 4-year-old.
Okay. Yeah, it doesn't matter the age, Jordan. So back to the tip. That's my last little bonus tip for you guys. And I'm going to hop inside there real fast and show you. Oh, wait, what? Aaron says Ziggy's going to be turning a year on Saturday. How? That's crazy how it happened so fast. Crazy fast.
It has to be like...
Yeah, we need to change that. Take that off.
Well, you're on the wrong one, that's why.
Yeah, that's why. That is crazy. I can't believe that it's been a year since she was born. Wow.
And then Catherine had a question.
How old are Aggie's puppies? They're almost 7 weeks. Almost 7 weeks old and 6 pounds. 6 pounds. How? I don't know. They're big. I was gonna bring Aggie in here, I forgot. But I'm gonna go in there and show you them real fast. And new member, welcome Jennifer. I'm gonna go inside and show you guys the other babies. Where do we go? I want the other camera, the big one. Can you flip it?
Sorry guys. We're gonna have to add and go there.
Hi. We good?
Yeah.
Hi, you little porky. Was you playing in the pool? Was you playing in the pool?
Thank you, Erin. We got a supered sticker.
Aw, thank you, Erin. Hi, handsome. All right, so Aggie's puppies still have a week. You guys are so tired. Come here, buddy. Come here, come here. So, I almost went to the small camera. Lex, are we good?
Yeah.
I'll hold them up close for you guys real fast. Hi, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. So, our big red. Is that focusing?
That's perfect.
We don't have the other camera on.
I know.
And our blue. Sorry, they're really big. It's hard for me to hold them.
It's actually perfect where they're at.
Perfect.
You can see his blue eye really, really good.
Good. Yay. So that is some tips for you guys on how to build your dog's confidence. Hopefully you guys learned something, and we are going to call it a day, and we will see you guys next time. Until then, bye.